Hello and welcome. You are tuning in into Vietnam, the exclusive business news on VITV channel. Let's take a look at our top stories. The German Chancellor appreciates ties with Vietnam. The country incurs $590 million of trade deficit in September. And car service ruins bank profits. The German Chancellor Angela Merkel assured Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng that Germany values its bilateral ties with Vietnam, a vibrant economy and key player in the birth of the ASEAN Economic Community, during talks in Berlin on October the 15th. In the meetings, the two prime ministers reviewed the successful progression of their bilateral strategic partnership and vowed to jointly organize celebrations for the 40th anniversary of diplomatic ties next year. In economic terms, Germany is Vietnam's largest trade partner in the European Union. Two-way trade grew by 18% to $7.7 billion last year. The European country is also the 22nd biggest investor in Vietnam, with 232 projects worth more than $1.25 billion. Both leaders agreed to accelerate key projects, including the German House and Metro Line No. 2 in Ho Chi Minh City, while improving the business climate on both sides. The General Customs Department on October the 16th announced Vietnam incurred a trade deficit of $590 million last month, with a slump in export on-month revenues. The General Customs Department said between January and September, export revenue were recorded at $12.63 billion, dropping 4.8% from August, as earnings from most commodities fell in the month, while imports were worth $13.22 billion, rising 8.3%, resulting in a trade deficit of as much as $590 million. However, the country still enjoyed a surplus of $2.27 billion by the end of the month. Foreign invested companies in Vietnam exported goods worth $67.8 billion, up 15.6%, while imports worth $60.66 billion, up 10.5%. Overall, in the reviewed period, FDI contributed 65% to the national exports and 60% of its import value. Only 50% of the total 72 million issued ATM cards are in active use, which is brought about by the bank rush to spur non-cash payment in Vietnam. Experts said many local lenders see bank cards as a channel for promote their brand name and raise customer numbers. Hence, they do not put sufficient focus on the effectiveness of the card service. In the long run, debt cards maintained at high levels as present will erode banks' profit. More to follow.
Ms. Ling is an officer in Dong Let District, Hanoi. She said she now has as many as 4 ATM cards of 4 different banks, but she only uses the card via which her company makes salary payment. The rest are rarely used, if not to say left totally unused. Over easy bank card opening is the primary reason for customers' acceptance to open many accounts in different banks.
Hiện nay trong tay tôi đang có ít nhất 4 thẻ ATM, nhưng tôi chỉ sử dụng một trong số đấy thì chỉ dùng 1-2 cái thôi. Có một số thẻ thì tôi chỉ dùng khoảng 1-2 lần, còn thậm chí có những thẻ tôi còn chưa bao giờ sử dụng. Sở dĩ tôi làm nhiều thẻ như vậy là do bạn bè đồng nghiệp thì có thể họ mời chào để phát hành thẻ cho đủ chỉ tiêu, hoặc là do một số đơn vị họ gọi điện đến mời chào ấy, mà với lại mức phí rất là ưu đãi, thậm chí có những đơn vị phát hành thẻ thì không mất phí.
The last report by BankNet VN showed around 72 million ATM cards have been issued by local banks. However, in reality, only 50% of them are actually used, higher than 30% rate in 2011 and 2012. Cards issued but not used is not a problem for a single lender. Nonetheless, Banks see it as normal and haven't taken measures to restrict the phenomenon.
Tôi cũng nghĩ rằng là cái đấy thì cũng không thể tránh khỏi được, tại thực ra là các ngân hàng cũng đều phải phát triển cái khách hàng của mình, và khách hàng ví dụ trong bây giờ chúng ta đều biết là mỗi khách hàng trong ví có thể là có 2-3 cái thẻ, cho nên cái việc sử dụng thì nó đúng lúc là chúng ta không phải lúc nào cũng sử dụng được hết 2-3 cái thẻ đó.
The issue of garbage ATM card is getting increasingly popular as banks are racing to expand the service. Not just ATM, but many other credit card types are also offered by bank clerks to achieve their specified target, without caring whether or not the cardholders will use them. Amid the current tough condition of rising cost reduction pressure, banks' profit will be hurted if they maintain massive card issues without focusing on their efficiency.
Đây là một cái biểu hiện không hay, là vì nếu theo hướng hoạt động của ngân hàng, hướng cạnh tranh ngân hàng thì người ta bao giờ cũng phải phát triển nhiều cái dịch vụ thanh toán, và đặc biệt là các phát hành thẻ là một cái công cụ để mở rộng cái khả năng thanh toán của mình. Nhưng mà vì là các ngân hàng muốn có cái khả năng phát triển nhanh, muốn mở rộng cái đối tượng khách hàng của mình, và thậm chí là có khi là phải giao chỉ tiêu cho từng nhân viên một để đi tuyên truyền, để đi phát triển cái thẻ này. Thế nên khi cái thẻ nó ra mà mình tuyên truyền không đúng, mà vì thành tích chủ nghĩa hay là vì một cái chỉ tiêu mà nếu những yếu tố xảy ra thì nó cũng không được tốt cho mặt kinh doanh của ngân hàng, vì nó đẩy cái chi phí lên rất cao.
The fee for opening ATM card is from $50,000 to $90,000. Therefore, with 50% cards are being dead, banks are squandering about $1.8 to $3 trillion. Not mention the cost of maintaining cards. The amount of allocated code numbers are also redeemed wastefully. Hence, banks should quickly find solutions to ineffective card issuance so that their pressure can be eased.
Well, the 10th Vietnam Motor Show 2014 will take place at the Saigon Exhibition and Convention Center in Ho Chi Minh City from November the 19th to November the 23rd. The show's organizing board announced at the press conference in the Ho Chi Minh City on October the 15th that the event will showcase numerous world well-known car brand names such as Ford, GM, Chevrolet, Hino, Honda, Mercedes-Benz, Suzuki, Toyota, Mitsubishi, Audi, and BMW, among others. Latest models and innovative technologies, which are environmentally friendly and convenient for customers, will be introduced. Covering 12,000 square meters, the Vietnam Motor Show 2014 is an opportunity for car makers to expand their business, contributing to the development of Vietnam's domestic automobile industry. The show is expected to draw more than 150,000 visitors. Now, the national flagship carrier of Vietnam Airlines said it is looking to sell a combined of 20% stake to up to 3 foreign strategic partners by February 2015. While the national carrier would prefer a single foreign airline as the strategic partner, is willing to consider overseas financial investors after its initial share sale, according to a privatization plan published by Vietnam Airlines consulting firms VITV Securities late on Tuesday. The Hanoi-based airline plans to raise at least $51.4 million by selling 49 million shares, or a 3.47% stake, at $22,300 or $1.05 each, in its initial public offering on November the 14th. The Bank of ACB sees 7% of credit growth and non-performing loan ratio of 2.98% in the first 9 months, and Vietnam's Hoàng Anh Gia Lai sees Q3 net profit up fourfold at $46 million. Watch for more details.
The ACB on October the 16th revealed a 9-month credit growth of 7% and 4% growth in the southern city of Ho Chi Minh. Sure debt ratio by the end of September stood at 2.98%, marginally below the 3% safety limit. The bank's average mobilization and lending rates in the reviewed period were 5.74% and 9.79% per annum respectively. That is, the mobilization lending rate gap was 4.2%. The majority of banks' loans come from individual customers, whose credit grows 11%, while that of organizational customers expanded by 2%. This year, ACB plans 13% growth rate for both mobilization and lending activities and bad debt ratio of no more than 3%. In its reports on the third quarter 2014 result, Vietnam's property firm Hoàng Anh Gia Lai Joint Stock Company says it saw a net profit of 972 billion dong, equivalent to 46 million, in the quarter, 4 times above the same period last year. The group's January-September net profit is seen at 1.65 trillion dong, more than double the amount of a year ago.
As usual, the final part is summary of local gold prices, forex, and stock market. Well, that's the end of the series. Thank you so much for watching. You can also join us on our website at www.vitv.vn. Goodbye and see you later.